TikTok ban has been signed. Lock in.
I've made it pretty clear over the years that I think TikTok has been largely detrimental to the development of the younger generation, as well as just...
I agree that I think TikTok's good for information, but I think it's conversely bad. Right? Everything that it brings to the table, it brings something that is equally bad. TikTok is great for learning new things, right? And like political shit, or like spreading new takes, right? And learning about cultures and people and stuff like that. But conversely, it's as bad as at spreading misinformation. It is really good at providing entertaining content, and it's really bad in destroying your attention span. If you use TikTok, like how many hours a day would you guys say you use TikTok? I think TikTok is slowly falling off, in all honesty, as just a platform in general. Not necessarily falling off. I know it gets new users all the time, but I'm saying like how much those users use TikTok. I think a lot of people are starting to not get stale with it, but don't use it as much. 8 hours a day. That's insane. I see a lot of people saying 0. That's actually crazy. I would say that's good. I just post way less on it. Like I'll post like once a day now, once every other day. Yeah, I see a lot of 2 to 3 hours a day. I think that's reasonable, but I mean, if you use it more and more, the more you use it, the more you realize that it's harder to just watch long-form shit. That, and have you ever been on TikTok and you're like, I'm going to watch a movie tonight, and then you end up just scrolling aimlessly on TikTok for like 2 hours? Like, that happens to me probably once a week, where I'm sitting there and I have the free time to like watch an episode of a show or a movie, something that's actually gonna like, you know, give me some sort of sustenance. But instead I just sit on TikTok. I'm like, oh, I'll scroll on TikTok for like 5 minutes before, and then I just sit on TikTok for fucking 3 hours. I feel like you just it inhibits you in ways that other platforms don't. So when people ask me like, hey, do you care if TikTok's gonna get banned? I just say no. And usually people say, well, that's where your biggest platform is, Joe, like blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, yeah, I know, but I think I've, like, solidified that I do Twitch and YouTube, right? Like, if I stop TikTok altogether, would you guys stop watching me here? Some of you guys might honestly, might stop watching me. But I think a lot of you guys just watch me on Twitch separate from TikTok. I don't think it has anything to do with the other platform, right? So I'm not really worried about it personally. I think, yeah, if you said this when, like, Trump was president and he was going to ban TikTok, I would have been fucking bugging because I hadn't solidified myself anywhere, right, outside of TikTok. But now I do Twitch and YouTube. I make the most there. I enjoy it the most. It has the most creative capacity, and I can do more. I like that way more than TikTok, right? TikTok, I make fucking nothing. I spend so much time on the app. It's toxic. It's a pain in the ass. The algorithm sucks. The algorithm's good for base growth, but it's bad for consistency. It's just up and down and up and down. You can read YouTube analytics. If I have 4 YouTube videos in a row that do bad, I learn from it, and then I switch it. But if I have fucking 6 TikToks do bad in a row, I don't even know what I did wrong, right? Because there's no feedback. You don't know why people scrolled. They just did. There's no thumbnail. There's no fucking draw. It's just, it did bad, right? And so you just have to fucking guess, right? And so you can figure it out, but it's not as easy. It's just not as fun. And I make, like, schmeckles on that app. Like, they released the new, for those of you that aren't creators, they had an old creator fund on TikTok. And basically, if you had 1 million views on a video, they would just pay you for the views. It didn't matter how long your video was. It could be 5 seconds or fucking 5 minutes. You were getting paid the same amount per view. And you were getting nothing. If you had 1 million views on TikTok, you'd get $20, maybe. Then they released this creator fund beta, which is now the only thing they have, which is where you get paid for minute or longer videos. So anything under a minute, you get $0, regardless of the views. Or if it's 59 seconds. It could be 59.5 seconds, you won't get paid. It has to be a minute or longer. Outside of that, it's a minute or longer. Only some of the views qualify, and then of those qualified views, you have an RPM similar to YouTube where you get paid per 1,000 views. RPM on YouTube could be $9, $10. On TikTok, it used to be like 40 cents, which was fire. Because you could make a 1 million view video and get paid a couple $100. Now, it's like 5 cents. I got paid. I know I post less on TikTok, so obviously I'm going to get paid less. But like the last 5 days, my RPM went from 60 cents per video to 5 cents per video in a matter of days. Like, that doesn't happen. You could say, oh, that's because you don't get as many views on TikTok and you post less. Yeah, but like YouTube, my RPM might fluctuate fucking 5-10% in weeks. Fucking that shit fluctuating that fast. The last 4 days, guess how much I made on TikTok? I used to make like pretty okay money. Like to the point where it was like worth me doing it. Like $32. Like nothing. Like literally like the amount of effort to make the videos, it's just, you just make nothing. Like you just make nothing. Whereas if I fucking do Twitch, I could sit here, grind, cut some shit down to a YouTube video and then actually make, you know, a couple $100 on a fucking gaming video or something like that and actually, you know, make money. The app has so many issues that used to be, hey, it has these positives that outweigh the negatives. But as I've transitioned to YouTube and Twitch, just as a creator standpoint, and I want you guys to realize why so many creators that you watch are just stopping TikTok, because there's so many creators on TikTok that just quit or fell off or just stopped altogether. The reason they did is because the negatives outweigh the positives. You don't make a lot. It's really fucking toxic. I would say outside of Twitter, TikTok is the most toxic app. Some people might say Reddit. I think that's different. I think that depends on the forum. I would just say overall toxicity, TikTok's horrible. Misinformation is horrible. It's the attention span, shit. Knowing whether or not you're actually going to fucking have a video that does well, fucking dog shit. You can't learn from it as much as you used to be able to. I feel like the algorithm's gotten worse. It's fucking terrible.
Overall, a negative effect on people as a whole. In particular, the attention span of people. I really think that this is going to be something that'll be studied for decades to come. When we reach a point where human beings can't sit down for more than 30 seconds without squirming in their chair if they're not blasted with, you know, finger family jingles and just perpetual stimulation from GTA gameplay and Subway Surf.
You know when TikTok got bad? That's when TikTok got bad. TikTok went full flip downhill when they started having half and half ASMR in a video, or like South Park and Subway Surfers, or GTA fucking like racing maps and fucking Jerry Springer comedy clips. That's when the app just fucking took a dump, dude. Because I would say that's 80% of the fucking content that's getting uploaded. I have no evidence to support that, but the amount of channels that just pump out the bullshit to try and make money is insane. And they make mad money because they'll post a 2-minute video. None of it's their content. The fucking original clip that they're showing, which is literally just a copyrighted TV show, which somehow they make money on that. And that's probably going to be a legality issue down the fucking line if TikTok stays alive, of how creators are allowed to just upload like episodes of a fucking show. Like, have you seen the creators that upload like 5-minute clips of like Apple TV fucking episode shows? Like a paid subscription service, full on copyright walled, paywalled. They're uploading it for free on TikTok, making money on it and pocketing that, leaving. Like, that's illegal. Like, that people do that, but it's just all over the app.
Like, I do think it has had a noticeably.
Like, if I just clicked off Charlie's video and just pulled up a fucking Netflix show and started watching, I would get banned in 2 minutes.
Awful effect on people's brains. However, there is something I love. Freedom. I love it more.
You know what I have seen recently? Motherfuckers watch Tubi movies on stream, which is still not allowed, but it's like that weird loophole. Similar to like YouTube, how like I can watch like some Kitchen Nightmare clips because they upload it on YouTube, even though it's copyrighted. It's like not to the point where they're allowed to like take my channel down because it's uploaded on a free platform. On Tubi, you're not allowed to watch those things on stream, but since it's a free platform, it's kind of like they're not really going to take action. Yeah, it's like a gray area on what they're going to do.
My blood runs red. My belly's filled with cheeseburgers and brewskis. When I have a birthday party, I ask the attendees to sing the Pledge of Allegiance instead of the Happy Birthday song. If I wasn't a human,
Dude, I just think that, like, I think content, oh my god, see, it's just so, if I was in a scenario as a growing creator, I wouldn't support the TikTok ban. But as somebody that has kind of like, you know, not plateaued, but averages 3K viewers on Twitch and does YouTube, I look at TikTok and I'm just like, if this app didn't exist, I genuinely believe the content everywhere else would get better. And that might seem, I don't know why I feel that, but I just think that if all the brain rot just got fucking thrown out the window, I think people would really sit down and go, okay, I have to actually fucking grind now, right? But then it's just like, if they get rid of TikTok, how are people going to grow from scratch? On YouTube, you can grow from scratch. There's so many creators that have. It's hard, but you can. Twitch, impossible. I think people are going to have to do YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels to grow from nothing. I think that's what's going to, if TikTok gets banned, that's what's going to happen.
That's how much I love freedom. God damn it. God bless. So, I think it's a beautiful thing that we have the freedom to download TikTok and subject ourselves to that fucking mind rot. And this is something that I've covered for a few years now because this is like a boogeyman that keeps rearing its head occasionally, like some kind of cameo in every season of
that's the weird thing. Like, I don't think, do I support the TikTok ban? I'm more so indifferent, right? Do I think the government should be allowed to ban the app? No. Hard no. I don't think they have the rights to ban that app. And that's what TikTok's trying to fight constitutionally, is that they're not allowed to do that. But I think that there would be benefits in banning it. I think there would alternatively be negatives. I just don't know which would outweigh the other.
The United States with the whole TikTok ban. That's been a proposal for years now. But recently, it's been gaining a lot of steam. And today, the president has signed a bill that will force a sale of TikTok. And if they don't divest after 9 months, they will be fundamentally
fucking 9 months
banned. So TikTok is a very shady app, and there's been a lot of shadiness that's been reported in it for years, and it's even been deemed a national security threat due to the potential of China using it to collect data on Americans. This is something I'm sure all of you know. This isn't some kind of surprising plot twist here for all of you. And I'm sure all of you also know that there's no such thing as privacy anymore.
Somebody said, bro, if you're protesting for TikTok, you're dumb. I think it's probably small business owners. TikTok helped my business, yeah.
Every single one of you watching this right now is actively having your data harvested and sold. But typically, your data is being sold by American companies. This is pretty rare in that it's a Chinese app that gained mainstream adoption by Americans. So if TikTok is not divested within 9 months to an approved buyer, then it's going kaput. It's going to vanish like that. It's going to be banned. TikTok CEO has even made a video going over all of this to its users, and it seems like they're going to be fighting tooth and nail here to push back against this. They believe it is unconstitutional. Before showing you the video, I'll read their statement. This unconstitutional law is a TikTok ban, and we will challenge it in court. We believe the facts and the law are clearly on our side, and we will ultimately prevail. The fact is, we have invested billions of dollars to keep U.S. data safe and our platform free from outside influence and manipulation. This ban would devastate 7 million businesses and silence 170 million Americans.
All right, can I just say this, though? Whenever I read whatever the fuck TikTok says in response to the ban, it just feels like guilt tripping, bro. Like, at the end of the day, TikTok doesn't want to get banned in the US because they make a fucking ass ton of money. They're not doing it because they want to save the fucking 7 million small businesses. TikTok could not give a fucking rat's ass. The people that run that app could not care less about whatever fucking business you want to start up on their app. They just don't want to get banned. And the best way they can not get banned is by doing this.
As we continue to challenge...
And what they're saying is true, but it's like, fuck, dude. Like, we know why you're saying it, and it's right, but you're saying it because you want to still... You're going to lose billions of dollars off of your fucking company evaluation.
This unconstitutional ban, we will continue investing and innovating to ensure TikTok remains a space where Americans of all walks of life can safely come...
I'm going to be sad if TikTok leaves. I mean, it'll just be the same thing as Vine. Did anybody here use Vine? I feel like some of you guys might be too young. I mean, I'm 22 and I used Vine, but I was also like young when I used Vine. I was like 10 when Vine was a thing. I feel like a lot of people probably did. Because even if you're like 16, 17, you probably did have Vine. Because when did Vine get deleted? Like 2014, 2014, 2015, something like that. It was the same thing where there was like a bunch of creators, and I remember it was like really sad. It was like the last 2 weeks on Vine, and then everybody was like, I'm going to be on YouTube. That's what, if the TikTok ban goes through, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be like a really sad last month, and the whole last month is just going to be people panning for other people to go to other platforms.
Now, over the years of this TikTok tug of war that we've been seeing in the headlines about will it be banned, will it not be banned, I've kind of flip-flopped on my opinion of that. I negatively view TikTok. I don't have a good impression of it because I think the good on it, which undeniably there is good things that have come from TikTok, by giving everyone a voice, there is moments where it's able to highlight very important problems that are going on. It's also been huge for businesses, like just normal mom and pop businesses like that have been utilizing TikTok as a way of growing and flourishing. It's been super helpful to a lot of businesses. However, I feel like all of this is outweighed by the overall culture that TikTok has kind of fostered, where the most popular content is the ones that have Subway Surfers gameplay with cutting soap videos plastered on there, because they know that the audience can no longer focus on just one video anymore. It needs to be constant stimulation and jingling keys to keep them there, because it has damaged people's ability to focus. And also, a lot of the content that blows up on TikTok is the content that is just literally wrong, like fake garbage that serves just to fearmonger.
Misinformation.
Like, for instance, the easiest example, the solar eclipse. There were thousands of videos about the solar eclipse about to open up a demon portal because CERN's working behind the scenes during the solar eclipse, or like the red heifer's been sacrificed. So
I remember that, and then I saw a bunch of videos about how it was like fulfilling prophecies, but like all the shit they were saying was wrong, and there was like so many, because I'm on the other side of like philosophy theology TikTok, and I saw a lot of like creators saying how like the solar eclipse was fulfilling a fucking religious prophecy, and it was like, if you looked into it at all, it was like half the shit they said was just fucking wrong. And the rapture was coming, and I was like, Jesus Christ. If you're on TikTok and you're one of those creators that's like, pause if you love Jesus, the rapture is happening tomorrow, you're literally like, you're fucking scamming people to make money off of their religion. Like, that's fucking insane. I'm not dissing the religion. I'm dissing the creator that's like trying to get people to watch by using religion. Don't leave if you love Jesus. I don't hate Jesus, but you're trying to con people to stay and watch your fucking video. Like, am I insane? Like, that's literally, like, you're guilt tripping people, because then, let me just pan this out. I'm not a Christian. I'm agnostic. But let's, for the sake of the argument, say I'm a practicing Christian. I watch a video that says, don't scroll if you love Jesus. Now, if I scroll, I feel bad. So then you force them to watch it. And they're sitting here and they're ranting about how they love God. You just conned people into watching your videos so you get money.
All kinds of mumbo jumbo that serves just to keep the audience on TikTok scared and stupid, so that way they're constantly spending money to stop being scared and feeling stupid. So it's all very, like, there's some evil shit.
Dude, it's like some televangelist shit. Like, dead ass. Like, you ever see those televangelists that get, like, fucking $10 million private jets with fucking donors' money? A tax-exempt online church that is getting, like, fucking millions of dollars from people that believe they're doing the right thing, and then the fucking guy at the head of it is, like, wasting all of their money on, like, personal shit. Like, what happened to, like, living in rags? Like, there's a Papa Meat video that we haven't seen yet, but I know he talks about it, and I hope I want to watch it one day, maybe for a fucking philosophy segment. But it's like, dude, the amount of, like, pastors that are televangelists, or I don't even know if they're, like, definitively pastors, but there's so many televangelists that are just con artists that use donors' money to buy themselves things. And they live in, like, a 10 fucking bedroom mansion and drive 4 Ferraris. What the fuck happened to, like, living with the fucking common people and, like, you know, fucking practicing what you preach?
It's also very dangerous, because there's a lot of things that blow up on there that actually just get people killed, like the Blackout Challenge, or like the Kia Challenge, where you're stealing cars. I could go on and on shaking my fist like the angry old man on the lawn, but I don't need to, because all of you, I think, know that. But even with all that being said, I still overall feel that it's important that people have the ability to make choices for themselves, and if they choose to download TikTok, they should have the ability to do so. I don't like the government being the one to decide what you can and cannot access in regards to, like, an app on your phone. Now, in this case, I do recognize that TikTok is significantly shadier than most of the other major companies out there, but still, I think it is a scary precedent if the government is able to just start banning things that they don't like. Obviously, within reason, if it's just purely illegal content and distributing just a bunch of illegal criminal shit, clearly slap that down. That makes sense. But come on, it's a social media app. Like, who's to say there won't be another major platform or service that pops off in the United States that isn't owned by the United States? And who's to say they won't be like, okay, fuck them. We were able to ban TikTok. Let's go ahead and ban these guys too. It's not American made.
It's only because it's China. Like, If it was made by, like, almost any other country, I think they wouldn't care. Like, if it was made in any South American country or African country or Europe, like, it would be fucking no issue, right? But if it was, like, China, Russia, North Korea, those would be, like, the three that they would be like, all right, yeah, no, we're going to ban the app.
Hi, everyone. It's Show here. As you may have heard, Congress passed a bill that the president signed into law that is designed to ban TikTok in the United States. That will take TikTok away from you and 170 million Americans who find community.
You ever see that clip where they're like, Mr. Show, are you Chinese? No, sir, I'm actually Singaporean. Do you cooperate with the Chinese government, Mr. Show, Mr. Shu? They keep fucking up his name. No, I'm actually a citizen of Singapore, and I served in their army. I don't even have... Do you have a passport for fucking China, Mr. Shu? How did they elect him? How did they elect him? To fucking sit there and fucking ask Mr. Show or Mr. Shu, fucking, are you Chinese? No, I'm Singaporean. Move on. Move on. He asked him like 7... I gotta find the clip. He asked him like 7 times. It was probably more than that.
You said today, as you often say, that you live in Singapore. Of what nation are you a citizen?
Singapore.
Are you a citizen of any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever
Move on. Move on. Move on.
applied for Chinese citizenship?
Senator, I served my nation
I'm
in
asking-
Singapore. No, I did not.
Do you have a Singaporean passport?
Yes, and I served my military for two
Do
and a
you
half
ha-
years in
Do you
Singapore.
have any other passports?
Mr. Cotton. Who the fuck is this guy, dude? Who the fuck is this guy, man? Oh my god.
Have you ever been a member of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, I'm Singaporean. No.
Have you ever been associated or affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party?
Yo, he thinks he's cooking right now, too. Have you ever been affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party? Have you ever met the Chinese Communist Party? What does that even mean? You have a portrait of Xi Jinping on your wall, Mr. Shochu? Mr. Cotton.
Community and connection on our platform. Make no mistake, this is a ban. A ban on TikTok and a ban on you and your voice.
I don't think there's anyone on the planet that's making the mistake and thinking that it's not a ban. There's no smoke and mirrors here, no diversion. They're not mixing any words here to try and confuse you. It is just straight up a ban. Like, they're not hiding that fact. They either sell TikTok to an approved buyer, or they can no longer have TikTok in the United States.
It's actually ironic because the freedom of expression on TikTok reflects the same American values that make the United States a beacon of freedom. TikTok gives everyday Americans a
Then
powerful...
why did my TikTok get taken down that said I would do heroin for 100,000 likes? Huh? Mr. Shochu? Why did my video get taken down of some guy milking a cow? Huh? Mr. Shochu? Yeah, the udders looked pretty phallic, but the video itself was still up, and I thought my reaction to it was pretty comical.
And that's why so many people have made TikTok part of their daily lives. Rest assured, we aren't going anywhere.
I'm not going to play any more of this because it's mainly just a video letting the community know that they are going to be fighting as best they possibly can against this. And also, a lot of it's just talking about...
Mr. Shochu, can you explain this video that we're about to play? Oh, I'll try. Should you be munting with your... Should you be munting with your friends in the late at night? Munting Tutorial 101.
About how special TikTok is. Like, it's such a wonderful, joyous place with sunshine and unicorns. Like, you know, it's delightful on TikTok, and we want to preserve that, so that's what we're fighting for. That's not what you're fighting for. You're fighting for TikTok so hard because
Oh my god, if TikTok gets banned, where are the Costco guys gonna go? Somebody mentioned the Costco guys. Fuck, dude. Where are they gonna be at? We're Costco guys. Of course we go shopping while eating a chicken bake. Just straight up the kid from Up. Just straight up the kid from Up.
it's such a massive moneymaker that has a huge adoption in the United States. You don't give a fuck about, like, the actual culture on TikTok. If you did, there'd be significantly less degeneracy on it, I imagine. Like, there is, like I said, even aside from, like, the data stuff and the spying potential, there have been some legitimately shady things going on with TikTok. The reason why they want this so badly to avoid divesting and avoid being banned is because it makes so much money. And they have
Yeah.
so many users in the United States that they do not want to lose, and they do not want to give over to a different company, obviously. So yeah, anyway, I guess we'll see if TikTok is banned within the year, and if it is, that's going to be pure fucking pandemonium as people flock to like YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, I suppose. But anyway, that's really about it. So yeah.
Number 1.
That was a good video. All right. Next.